Hi there. It is the preamble. It's the bit of the show where we say clearly and distinctly that we are aware we are being surveilled, that we do not like it, that we did not ask for it. If someone is making money off of it, it is not us. And we want it to fucking stop. The reason that we keep asking for someone to reach out to us as opposed to us reaching out to other people is because we've done that part before. This is something I went over a little bit in the prepared statement a couple of months ago. But we've reached out to um, friends who we trusted implicitly, to members of our family, who, from their words and actions, absolutely understood what was happening. But upon our asking, went, I don't know what you're talking about. And on the occasions where we pushed harder and said, no, you do know, and we need to know more distinctly so that we can fight, those people disappeared from our lives. So we have precious few people that deign to talk to us, and we can't afford fucking up those relationships any more than we already have. And reaching out to strangers, especially strangers that have any amount of social capital, is terrifying, not simply because it triggers our RSD, although it absolutely does that thing, but because if we post up and are wrong, or run into people who are in fact quite happy to see us in this situation, which is apparently more people than we thought, um, it invites a whole nother fucking layer of bullshit onto us. There's dropped frames now, but the audio is coming through. So, hey, if you're in a position to help us, no matter who you are, whether a mutual on social media or a fellow streamer, a lawyer, a politician, a celebrity, or just someone with a big hammer, hey, we can be reached at our email, joyandsolace@gmail.com, on social media, on the Fediverse at Eternal September at thick.horse, on Discord at Joyous Amalgamation, unless it's Joyful Amalgamation. Let me double check that again. It is Joyous Amalgamation. Or just whispered here, I guess. I'm going to send out the toot, and then we're going to get into Talos Principle. I forgot to mute myself during the song, but it's okay. I was quiet. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all those who do not feel represented by an oppressive gender binary, hello and welcome. Uh, Sorry, I got lost for a second. I'm the Reverend September Tech. You're whoever the hell you say you are, for better, for worse. And this is gonna be more Talos Principle. My back hurts because I walked a mile. That's not particularly relevant. It's just it's been and continues to be. I'm just gonna jump into the. Oh right, you can. No, you can't see all that. We're still on the booting up screen. So let's talk about content warnings. I realized last week that I should have been warning for religious trauma the entire time Talos Principle was going, as it makes rather a lot of use of religious imagery and also shitty religious imagery. Um, uh, it is not violent in that it is a puzzle game that deals with philosophical concepts as well as the sort of usual puzzle ephemera and in shit. Uh, there are laser turrets that will shoot us if we cross their path, and happy fun balls that explode if we taunt them. Uh, we will try to stay away from those as best as possible. Uh, so hopefully you won't see those go off, but you never know. As for the philosophical concepts, they're just going to be there. I'm going to take my time going through them. I might wax philosophical myself about how I feel about the ideas presented to us. I don't make apologies for that. I'm just letting you know it's there. Speaking of not making apologies, but giving you prior warning, I am a strange person who occasionally makes weird sex jokes or speaks frankly about my trauma. And if that's not your vibe, that's okay. If you um, uh, if you find that that's something you're uh, fine hanging around with, I'm happy to have you here. If you're here specifically to mock that, uh, why? Just why? Why do you not have anything better to do? Buy an imagination or something. All right. Let's jump into the fucking game. Do that like that, I guess. Double click Talos Principle. Gonna come up in a moment. There we go. Hit the button that lets you also see the Talos Principle. I'll turn that up for myself just a little bit. So, we are very, very close to the end of the Talos Principle. Our last task before we go and climb. Oh, right. Our last task before we go and climb Elohim's Forbidden Tower is to collect all of the gold stars and solve the puzzles that lie behind the gold star gates. And I've just remembered what I'm gonna be tasked to do. Oh, right, this is Link. Forgot about that. There are glitch noises sometimes at random intervals. I do not have control over it. I wish I did. I would just turn them off. But Occasionally you will hear a sizzling noise like the one we just heard, and just heard again. I am sorry. Hopefully it will not annoy you too much. I myself have tuned it out at this point, but I appreciate that it might be difficult for other people. So here's the gold star of this hub up on top of the obelisk. In order to get to it, we need to redirect a blue laser to this receiver, which will turn on this fan mechanism. Except the fan mechanism doesn't actually have a fan on top of it, so we need to figure out where the fuck a fan is also. And I don't know where any of that is. Well, hang on. It's not that I don't know where any of it is. I think the fan blade is over here. Because there's an area over here in this sort of swamped out pile of walls. Yeah, right here. This sound? I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a sound coming from behind this chunk of wall, which implies that there's a fan behind it. I'm kind of wondering what I'm going to have to do to parkour over that wall. Because it's out in the main hub, and I don't have access to, like, things. Like, I don't have, hexahedrons or launchers or anything available to me. And I can't really just jump on top of these walls, I don't think. My horizontal leaping distance, I think, simply is not enough to get me on top of that wall. So I'm going to need to do something more clever than that, and I don't know what it is. Let's deal with the laser stuff first. Because I think I at least understand how to do that a little bit. First thing we need to do is get a blue laser in a position where it can be picked up from here. And I'm pretty sure we do that in one of the puzzle rooms. I think it's this one? No, not this one. This is the one with the jammers. It's, I think, this one on the other side? Is it? Is it? Tap that from there. Yeah, okay. Yes, this is the one. I don't have to finish the entire puzzle, I just need to be able to get a box on top of this fan and then get a connector on top of the box and then make sure I click the connector with the receiver out there on the obelisk. So I'm just gonna very quickly run through the initial steps of this puzzle so I can get to the things. Huh. No. That's a shame. Oh wait, hang on. I can do that like that. No, I can't do that like that, can I? Can I just see it if I jump regular style? How far back do I need to be before I can see that thing? With the connector. I can probably just do it if I go up on the... Huh, no. That's not going to be it either. Because, like, look at the walls that surround this. I'm not going to be able... I'm not going to be able to blast the laser out that way. Well, hang on. I'm still going to do the puzzle as prescribed. And we'll see how that goes. And actually, while I'm about it, I might as well just hit the thing to make sure, to test myself. Come on. Select the damn thing. Hang on, let me get the box closer. That'll help, I'm sure. There we go. No, that doesn't help. I'm just gonna have to put it the fuck down. No, I still do not want fucking AI viewers. Please fuck yourself off as far as possible. I think that I might have to bounce that blue laser between a couple of different puzzle rooms in order to be able to, like, shift it to where I need it to go. I'm also sort of stunned by this area, that it is clearly, like, set up like a puzzle room, but on the other hand, there's, like, nothing in here. It feels like there should be something I can do in or with this area, but apparently not. I don't think I tried that thing I was going to try. Where I take this and try and hit the moon in the distance. No, didn't do anything. What are the words, and the words were the world. Thanks. Thanks for not helping. Okay, so given that I apparently can't launch the blue laser directly to the obelisk, let's see what I can bounce it against. Well, there's another blue laser emitter in here. And this one raises up high enough that I absolutely could get it out over the wall. But the problem with that is that then it's on the wrong side. Like, I would need another connector in order to be able to bounce it from over there onto here, because it can't pass through the obelisk. Can I do that from this puzzle room? No, because this is the one with the jammers. There's not a connector in here. Can I do that from this puzzle room, maybe? There's definitely a connector in here. Is there a way to make that connector tall enough to be able to connect to the thing? No, because those don't. Because they don't. There's launchers in here, but we can't do that trick we did with the that one box in the snow level, because there's not two launchers like posted up next to each other that we can just bounce back and forth. Alright, so hang on. What does the note on the back of the obelisk say? In case that's a hint that I've just completely missed. I know I looked at it previously. I've been running this gauntlet. Oh, right, this is dog. I have been running this gauntlet for generations, trying to find the right answers, and I am fast coming to the conclusion that there are none. Incredibly real. So I think yeah, if I put a connector like right here, I still wouldn't be able to hit the elevated blue laser as it rises over there, because the like wall's in the way, and I'm not able to take the connector out. I don't think. Unless there's a place I can. I have boxes and launchers. Is there a sneaky way I can just get out of the level? Where does that go? It goes over to here, which is not useful. Or not immediately useful. There's not another puzzle room over there to fuck around with. And I think, again, there's not a... Like, this runs into the same problem. If I get a... Even if I get a connector elevated over here, it's not going to be to the side enough that I'll be able to hit the connector with it, I don't think. Even if I could, like, make it tall enough to do that, which, again, I don't think I can. But, no. I was looking at that, like, platform up there and thinking, what if I put a connector up there? Could I connect? Because that's tall enough that I could probably see the elevated connector from there, but no, because look at this wall in the way. Look at this slightly taller wall in the way that's designed specifically so that I can't do that exact thing. Drat you, Crow Team. My best laid plans. It's a gang ugly. Well, no, that's the opposite of the thing. I was gonna say, there's like 2 boxes out here and there's another one in here. If I can extract this box, 3 boxes would probably let me carry whatever I wanted over these walls, which is true. But the whole point of this puzzle, I'm now remembering, is that I had to get all 3 of those boxes stuck in that pit and could not extract any of them. So, not incredibly useful. I'm looking at this and I'm sort of stumped. So I'm gonna have a look at the hint guide that I brought up last week. Just see if it can give me a nudge in my right direction. No, I don't need to know how to make a lightning rod in Minecraft right now. Thank you. World HUD B. Level 5. Okay. The blue laser beam should come from the side the receiver is facing. It should come from slightly elevated sigil, so I'm trying to bounce it around, but I guess maybe there is a way to make that go over the wall? Hang on. Like, it feels like it shouldn't. Is this, again, on me for not actually testing my hypotheses and just doing shit? It's more likely than you think. I still kind of feel like it's not going to be tall enough. Or, hang on. Is it supposed to come from over here? No, that's not tall enough either. Well, that's an interesting amount of parkour they let me do there, but it doesn't particularly help. Can I just... It's not this easy, right? I don't really see... I'm supposed to usefully do this. There's not anything else in there. Well... Hang on. I think that might be tall enough. It's just gonna be a real fucking hassle. Oh, no, don't with that. Don't with that currently. Well, then that doesn't work either, does it? Because I need to put the connector on top of the box before I do the other things. I find this mind-boggling. Yeah, when that goes up, it's not gonna be... It's not gonna be. It just won't allow me to. Hang on, do I need to... Yeah, just doing this way absolutely won't give us the height. And even if we put a box under it, like, that still won't be tall enough. I can't really do parkour onto these walls in a way that's useful, because I'd need to be on that wall. Like, maybe if I could get over there to that corner, I could put the fucking connector on top of that, but that's not it. I'm just going to look up the solution. Oh, it does want me to do parkour, apparently. There's actually a number of solutions to this puzzle listed on the hint guide. I just need to do this, like, unbelievably quickly. Yeah. Okay. Sure. It feels like I shouldn't be able to do this, but I don't care about that. And yeah, that's activated. You can see the gears whirring. Now, how this shit... Let's try and get a nudge for the fan, also. Oh, I was looking completely the wrong place. That's a shame. Yeah, so that sound I was talking about? Yeah, it's there. I think this means I'm gonna have to completely solve this puzzle again. Yeah. So that's not ideal, but I don't know. Since when? Well, and what the hell is that thing that's whirring over in the other... Yeah, okay. Hang on, let me go around and see if I can't just see it. Yeah, you can see the gate back here. And there's a fan on the ground and also an XS. A launcher. So I just gotta figure out how to get over to there. Which should be easy. I say, having failed at every single step of this progress. Process? Progress. Process. No, probably not. Don't I need another connector in order to be able to do this? I've forgotten completely how to do this puzzle since we were here last. Probably okay. Alright, never mind. Here we go. There's a second box. Bring all three of these boxes down. Hoppa, hoppa, hoppa. Grab the connector. Do a jump, do another jump. Do a tertiary jump. That. And I can't do that way because I need both of the connectors in here. That's fine. Stop that. Stop that. Need to connect to the thing. There we go. That's the blue one. Send it out there. Okay. So, all those things accomplished. I still need to figure out how the fuck to get over to the fan on the opposite side of this wall. I don't actually need those fucking boxes, do I? I think I might actually need those boxes. Don't drop the 2 hexahedrons. Place one in the... Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna have to redo this. This one's rough. This is a hard one. Okay. Now I'm just gonna have to do literally everything I just did again. Again, it's fine for a given value of fine. Oh no, wait, hang on. I do need to do that because I need to get the... I need to get the box out of box jail. There we go. Box no longer in box jail. Let's take this back. And, motherfucker, connect that up. And... there we go. Put that box there. Use that to jump up to there, and then leap over the wall. There we go. In my defense, I've solved most of these on my own. And while this particular puzzle has been grim, I hold that it's okay to look for help if you need help. There we go, and now that should be all the necessary things, and we're going to do the cool bit where we launch up. And from here we get a beautiful view. We can see all the boats out in the harbor. I'm just going to take a second to drink my water. Is that the last one of these here? That was one in 5. There's not a gold star in 6. There's 2 gold stars in 7. We only got 1. Oh, right. This one. So, almost certainly, the gold star in this area is over this way. Near to this statue, where there's clearly one of the wooden barricades that we need an axe to chop down. The problem with that is that I don't know where the axe is. In here, because I can't go get the one we've been using, the one out in Chapel C. And bring it in here because that's a layer of abstraction too deep. And we can't bring the real axe from the first big world into
made the world. I am the words. The words
here.
Are everything.
The faker world. So right now I'm just kinda I'm going to use the phrase edging the simulation. I don't... Huh. Trying to, like, see as far as it'll let me go and see what I can see there. And coming to here... There's a palm tree out here right near the edge. Like if we take 2 steps beyond this palm tree, the Elohim will start doing his mantra where it says, "Don't look up." Okay, listen. I really thought this was going to get us the axe somehow. That's a very good joke. I've not seen it before. Does it do it again? No, I only get one of those. And now there's coconut on the ground that we got bapped with. That's good. I'm willing to bet free to bet, by the way. I'm willing to bet that the axe is, like, stuck in one of the trees. Out here. I just don't know which one. But I am still doing the simulation edging thing just in case I'm wrong. We're going to go all the way around this zone. And if I don't find anything of particular interest, we'll go check all of the palm trees and see if there's an axe buried in one.
The words and the words made the world.
Okay. Beginning with the words and the words made the world, and I'm very happy for you. No. Well, what about that thing? That looks out of place, and it's like barely within the line. Oh no, I've seen this before. Yeah, this is Grolix being very upset. We've about gone all the way around. Yeah, because there's a statue again.
words made the world.
And I think there's, like, explicitly nothing behind that obelisk. Alright, trees, then. Tell the moon you've seen the serpent. Found the sword and walked among the trees. Okay. So I didn't find the axe, but I did find a crowbar. That's almost the same thing. It does let me break this, so yeah. Do I just keep walking down into the... Yeah, sure do. So this isn't what I wanted. I really, really had assumed that that it would be in here. I really, really assumed that the gold star would be in here, but it's not. It's a space full of boxes. Behind glass cases. I'm familiar with some of them. Like, this is clearly a Minecraft dirt. That's the hexahedron we've been seeing. That's the companion cube. It's just literally the companion cube. On loan from Aperture Science, I guess. There's from Serious Sam. Oh, we can break this one. Okay. That makes sense. We let Schrodinger's cat out of the box. This one's not familiar to me, and UCA doesn't trip a particular memory. I kind of want to say this one's from Duke Nukem, but that's just from the, like, sort of radiation symbol in the middle of it. No, it just looks like a standard shipping crate. All right, so this was interesting, and I'm glad that I saw it, because again, I don't think I have before. But it's not the golden star. It's not the gold star that I came in here to try and find. The one that will let us progress the game. So I'm gonna look at the hint guide just to figure out where it is. In one of the puzzles, in bouncing side by side. Okay. So it's not the one that we got before, which is on top of that archway that's over near the pyramid. It's actually in one of these. I apparently just missed it altogether. No, not a whole lot of jamming. Bouncing side by side. That's Fan Across Forever. That's not it. Bouncing side by side. Okay, let's see if we can just see it out here somewhere. Oh, yeah. Oh, never mind. I remember this one. There's a... So, in here, there is a... I'm gonna just switch you off, friend. There's a... We can see the gold star in here. It's behind a laser. It's behind a barrier that's red locked. But there's not a red laser emitter in here. So I need to figure out how to get a red laser into this puzzle from a different puzzle. I think there's one of them. I think this puzzle directly across the way is the one with the big fan. Yeah, so I think if we manage to get a connector on top of this and then like push it over the wall, that'll probably let us be able to connect it from there. That makes sense. Just go ahead and do that real quick. Wait, was that an extra box? Yeah, it was. Oh, okay. So I was just thinking to myself, I'm pretty sure I tried to do this before and I couldn't get the thing high enough. But this is the area where the tetromino would have been. And there was a box just sort of hiding over here in a corner behind a wall where I wouldn't have seen it if I had just been walking forward to grab the tetromino and then walking out through the obvious gate. So with that extra box, that is probably enough to like actually get us all the way over to where we want to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and take that off. Grab the connector, send it to there. Well, no, hang on. That's not how we do that. We need to put the box down first so the connector can rest on top of the box. And then we take the jammer and put it on the button, send the box up into the air. We put this other box underneath the first box. Raise that up a little bit more. Does that give us the height we needed? I think it does. Let me go over and check. Huh, not really. Not really capable of seeing that from over there. Unless I have to go, like, way the hell out. Over to here? No, because I'm not able to see this connector from in here anywhere but, like, over there. Oop. Is there something over there that I missed? Possibly a third box. Yes, there is. Okay. I missed an entire puzzle element. There we go. 30 boxes, high up in the air. gonna run, whatever the hell happened to this. And, that doesn't look right either. Yeah, hang on. I'm just gonna bump those back and forth for a moment. Although I don't think there's another connector in there, which is sort of what I'm wanting. Yeah, no. So, like... this has to be part of it, right? Like, literally, I don't think any of these other puzzle rooms have red emitters in them. Whoops. Yeah, there's not lasers in this room. This is the one where I had to get a box over the thing. What about the other puzzle room over here? I don't think that's gonna be the solution either, but fuck it. Might as well have a look. Yeah, there's not connectors in here either. It's just jammers and keys. Am I making this too difficult? Am I supposed to just... put the thing on the thing? No, because I won't be able to grab the... Let's make that noise stop happening. I won't be able to hit the right connector from here either. So, like, what the fuck? I don't think I'm alone in asking this. Alright, I'm gonna have a look at the hint guide again. You'll have to get a red laser from one of the other puzzles. You need to get the laser to go over the walls. The laser source you need is in a fan across forever. I've figured out all of those things. Hang on, before I hit the... like, the only thing left on that hint guide right now is the big one that says, oh, hey, here's how you do everything. And I would like to not have to. there a way I can use all of this to parkour up the walls here? I don't really... see another way to do that. Isn't there an extra... yeah, there's an extra connector there. But, like, my question there is, so what? Because... like, even if I... hang on, maybe I am supposed to parkour this. Okay, 1 second. Let me take down this hexahedron stack. Okay, so what if I do it like this? If I take those two and put the jammer, I guess, on top of it. Put the jammer on the one. Jamming on the one. Let's put that hexahedron down there at like the edge of the space I'm supposed to jump to. That means I'll be able to jump over to the top of there? Not really. It seems like it would like me to not do that. I'm not getting the thing I thought I was going to get, where it says, hey, do an automatic jump. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, yeah, and that does get me up here, which is slightly taller than everywhere else. Now I'll just set that down right there, and that sort of pushes me off the way. But I don't care about that. Because that should let me actually connect to the thing from in here, I think. Let's have a go. Where did I set it down? No, quit beeping at me. Motherfucker. Did that not do it either? Not really. It's like behind a bunch of those fucking pillars. I, like, actually can't hit it from here. And if I may say, pho. It, like, should be right there, it's just I can't grab it. Okay, so I need to put that other one somewhere else. The connector that I put on top of the wall there, I need to put it on a different place. Probably, like, up on top of that one? Can I pick up the box from here? Not really. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Never mind. I was about to say, I guess I could just, like, get that out of the puzzle room entirely and just, like, set up the laser to start from there at the entrance to that puzzle room because it can't go past the membrane, and then bring that other one over to here so I can click on it from here. But that doesn't matter either because I can't actually connect. I wouldn't be able to connect to the red laser from this side. Oh crap. Gonna look at the hand guide. You'll need to stack 3 hexahedrons on top of those and connect at the top. No, but I did that. You'll need to stack 3 hexahedrons onto the fan with a laser connector at the top. First, place a hexahedron on the fan, then place the connector on top of it. Make sure to connect it to the source first. Activate the fan using and put the thing under the thing. Huh. It's saying to just, like, do the thing I did, where I put 3 boxes underneath the connector, but I couldn't actually... It's saying that I should be able to do that, but, like, literally I can't. Oop, well. I parkoured too greedily and too deep for a second. Alright. I need to be a little faster going over the fences. I forgot that it doesn't like me just standing on the fence. Well. How the fuck did I manage to do this the first time? It didn't. It seems like the odds were against me and I just sort of did it. Don't ask me how I did it. I just did it. It was hard. I could theoretically just like reset the puzzle state. But for some reason I would rather do it this way. Yeah, so, the hint guide is telling me that I should just do the thing that I already did. So, there we go. Connected to the, that's connected to the thing. Use the jammer to activate the fan. Put the box under the box, and so the connector is raised a little bit. And I put the box under the box, and the connector is raised yet more. But, like, it's saying that I should be able to hit the connector from, like, over here, and I feel like I can't. I feel like I've tried. Alright, hang on. Let me get the blue connector well out of the way. And see if that's causing like a false positive somewhere in here. Yep, there it is. That's what happened. It didn't make the sound. Also, it deactivated the thing. That's strange that it's doing that. It doesn't matter. I got the star. I'm leaving now. We're not doing it anymore. Let's just go into the... Let's go into here. We'll do a Tetromino puzzle, and then we'll do some environment stuff for a while. I didn't expect that to be like that. That felt like a lot harder than it should have. Alright, at least I know, in my heart of hearts, that I can't get stuck on a Tetromino puzzle. Yes, indeed. Absolutely, I will not be stuck on a Tetromino puzzle. How embarrassing would that be? After all of this time? Who would? What sort of braggadocious asshole? Frustrating. Okay. This is so doable. It's a rare moment where I find myself longing for a Z piece. Just from the beginning. Okay. Oh, no, that didn't get it. I thought that got it, but it turns out it didn't get it. all of that's just doing the same thing in different ways. Right. I can do this. I can talk to orange juice. No, that's... Stop that. No, that's not it either. This is doable. Obviously, it's a puzzle with a solution. What if... we find this beautiful symmetry that absolutely does not help in any way. Great. Oh, wait, hang on. No, that piece is pointed in the wrong direction. Darn. Thought I had it. It's gonna be okay. There it is. I'm a driver. I'm a winner. Things are gonna change. I can feel it. All right. We're gonna... Where are we at time-wise? We're jumping into the second of the gold star rooms. Just like the last one, there's 3 puzzles back here and also a terminal. Sorry, just looking around this area to see if there's anything else in here. Let's have a look at what's on the terminal. Most of these have been much more direct references to the sort of oblique work that the Talos dev team had been doing. We're gonna see what that's like. Orangutan.html. A medical journal has published a startling new theory about last year's sudden, shocking extinction of the orangutan. See our award-winning video, The Last Orangutan, at this link. They suggest that the virus responsible was not a new mutation, but a very old one. Oh, hey. Sorry, I got distracted. They suggest that the virus responsible was not a new mutation, but a very old one. An ancient virus buried until now in high-latitude permafrost, set free by global warming. The virus may have plagued the ancestors of the modern great apes more than 100,000 years ago. Several important questions remain unanswered, including errors out. More importantly, the study suggests that based on samples taken from locations around the globe, the errors again, incubation period may, or if you liked this article, you may also like How to Really Avoid Heart Attacks. You won't believe what's living under this rock. Top 10 Amazing Science Facts. Oscar's Nip Slip Explained by Physics video. How to Easily Beat Any Infection sponsored link. More things change. Blake Archive 793.html. Image source playtell.png. I do not know what that is. Actually, let's look up what that word means. Just real quick. P-L-A-T-E-L-L. Amanda Platel, an Australian journalist. I think no. That might be plate 11, actually. Which is not useful to us. The ancient poets animated all sensible objects with gods or geniuses, calling them by the names and adorning them with the properties of woods, rivers, mountains, lakes, cities, nations, and whatever their enlarged and numerous senses could perceive. And particularly, they studied the genius of each city and country, placing it under its mental deity, till a system was formed which some took advantage of and enslaved the vulgar by attempting to realize or abstract the mental deities from their objects. Thus began priesthood, choosing forms of worship from poetic tales, and at length they pronounced that the gods had ordered such things. Thus men forgot that all deities reside in the human breast. We continue with usernames.eml. From George Jameson to the Ian mailing list. It's working now. Each iteration is assigned its own unique name, drawn randomly from the database. At the moment, that's a database of online gaming handles, which does sound a bit odd, but honestly, I don't think that we should spend more time on this. We have unique identifiers, so we're fine. More than that is a luxury we can't afford. If we should happen to have everything else finished on time, I'll go back and generate a new database with more appropriate names, but right now it just can't be a priority. And, star octothorpe 6 _ star and star dot img, and this is probably going to be the tower. Well, it's the buttons on the elevator that's in the tower, presumably. Which I guess is letting us know that the stuff that we're getting in here is for tower use only. Let's walk around and look at what we can before we jump into the puzzle rooms. I never thought I would figure out how to get to this place. It is beautiful, but somehow sad. At. Can I get to... oh, no. I can't get over to that structure. Elohim starts yelling at me. Okay. We cannot achieve the goal of the process on our own. We must find a way to help each other. Barashiel X or 10. Just continuing having a quick look around at all the things. Poke into the corners. Find all the pretzels, etc. I don't think I should be able to be up here. Oh well. Let's walk around this quite large puzzle. Yeah, this one just keeps going. I wonder what it's like inside.
Were the words and the words.
It goes far enough that, like, Elohim starts yelling at us before we get to the back of it. Alright, well, since we can't go all the way around, let's just try the other side real quick. Which I presume will be largely the same result, but no reason not to try. Yeah, I'm not seeing notes on the walls and Elohim starting to do the chant. So, let's do the other two before we jump into the big one. Peekaboo! Exclamation point. There's our Tetromino. It's behind a blue lock. And the, pardon me, I'm about to sneeze. Alright, so the sneezing occurred. Sorry, I just need to say a couple words to make sure that I unmuted myself. Yeah, there it is. So, here's the Tetromino. It's behind a blue lock. We need to get a blue laser over to it, and the problem with that is that there's a couple of buzzers in the way, which are themselves trapped in little bunkers that there's not an obvious way into. Like, we can shoot lasers through windows in the bunkers, but there's no way for us to get the buzzers in line. We do, though, have access to a recording device and a connector. Okay, I think I see how this goes. So, hit the button, we're recording. I actually just need to do the boring thing first and stand over here for a second. Just sort of sit here while real-time me goes and grabs the connector out of this room. It should be long enough. It doesn't have to be very long. Okay, so now we have the connector. And I think how we do this is we hit record, come over here, and we connect the connector and receiver at an angle. And then just stand here on the button, because the button is the thing that's gonna... that we need to activate, but can't activate any other way besides having our ghost stand on it. 30 seconds is probably good. Yeah. Alright. Now we play. We do that, we take the connector and connect it over here at this angle. And so now, when Ghost Dust goes over and opens the thing, oh, no. I was really hoping that, like, the connectors would have been connected, like, so far out and so far at each other's sides that the buzzers wouldn't be able to... that there would be lasers coming at the lock from both sides, and so the buzzers interrupting them wouldn't matter, but apparently that's not how that works. What if I put them out even farther? I guess there's only so far I can have them go. Alright, I'm gonna try that again, but longer. I'm really gonna, like, push this boat as far out as possible. So I can't see the laser emitter from, like, anywhere back here. It definitely, the connector absolutely has to be in this area between the two spaces. I feel like I almost had it. Okay, it's not that far out, because that's not gonna... Even if the barrier wasn't down, it wasn't gonna connect to the laser anyway. I don't know, that sort of looks like it's not hitting the... Yeah, I think that's about as good as we can do with that. Alright, so I'm just gonna stand here for a bit and wait for... Oh, I don't know, 25 seconds to go by, and then I'm gonna move the other... I'm gonna move the connector even further out and see if that helps. It might not. That is as far back as that can possibly go. Yep, that did it. Oh, it almost did it. It's so close. What am I missing? Alright, so what if instead of having it there. I have it like as close as possible to this wall as I can. Does that connect the way I want it to? Yeah, but that definitely still interferes with the buzzer. Or does it? It kind of looks like it does. No, if I put the if I put the connector exactly there, it doesn't. That first buzzer doesn't connect with it, just the second buzzer does. So I think if I do that the same way on the other side, like it'll just skip this one buzzer altogether, and then the thing I'm trying to do would work. So. You're just gonna hear that noise of the laser turning on and shutting off for like a little while. There's not a lot I can do about that, I apologize. Get to like 25 seconds to make sure we have enough time, although it should be more than enough time. We're gonna sell that buffer. And now that connected there. There we go. Yeah, that did it. Hooray. Now right across the way, merry-go-round. 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 Do 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 do. They call it doing that thing. Oh yeah, that's what doing your thing means. Yeah. The thing is to put a motor in yourself. And then it sort of evolves into animal attacking sounds. Hey, I don't know if you've ever heard the Frank Zappa album Lumpy Gravy. But that's what I'm currently referencing. It's a bunch of just like unbelievably strange drop cuts from just like people talking in the studio, and some of it's very clearly like set up and some of it's just people fucking around. Yeah. Okay. I haven't been bothering to talk about what I'm doing. There's the there is a central area, and then all the way around that central area there's a hallway with various barriers, which was fun to say. And what we have to do, what we have is one jammer, one connector, and a red and a blue emitter. And I guess we're just meant to carry all of these things around to the very best of our ability. Which is completely fine. I know how to do that. Okay, it turns out I don't know quite how to do that the way I want to. Is there another laser have? There's not another laser have. So I thought I knew how to do this. But I'm finding myself a little lost on this. Well, hang on, no I'm not. That's wrong. I'm not lost. In the vastness of this world that stole our hope. That's not me. Never could be. I was doing it correctly, I just needed to jam this gate from inside. So that it's open and I can actually carry both of the tools in here with me. And there's an extra connector back here. Can I hit the blue emitter from this side? Not really, it looks like, is the answer to that question. Alright, but this is completely doable otherwise. So we set that there. Except we don't do that. We need to set that there instead. So I thought I knew how this was going to go, and then I got all the way to the other side, and we have another connector now, but I need to be able to actually, like, get both of the connectors in a good position, because I can't just... the last barrier is blue locked, and I can't hit the blue emitter from over here directly. Yeah, there's not a place from any of these areas that I can hit the blue emitter from. So what they probably want is for me to yeah, there it is. Take that connector and put it like all the way over here. Oh no, hang on, not like that. I need to hit the other connector too. Where are you? There you are. Oh, motherfucker, that almost worked. I felt very cool for a moment, and then there's one last, like, blue lock barrier over here that I can't reach. I almost certainly need the jammer in order to fix that, right? Like, yeah, but I'd have to get the... I have to get the jammer on the other side of this barrier. I'm not really sure how to do that. Oh, no, I just need to, like, do... Hang on, I don't need to have that up right now. I can just do this like this. And open that way, and then jam the barrier from this side. I completely have it. It's absolutely not a problem. There we go. And wonderful. Now we get to go into this, like, big, intimidating one. It's got an obelisk inside it and everything. Cat's cradle. I started to learn how to cat's cradle, like, a really long time ago. These days, the only thing I can remember how to make is the teacup. Okay. Ooh, so let's take a look at the scores. Sean Connery with just like sort of looking around to try and figure out what the state of play for this is. So I can't see where the Tetramino is currently, but I know that I'm going to have to get past this barrier, which has a red and a blue lock on it. The problem with that is that it's directly in front of two, like, constantly blowing emitters at ground level. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get the lasers past them, because if lasers interact with each other, then they cancel each other out. Or I guess I can take this. There's a box in here on a switch, and if I take the box off a switch, it like raises a barrier here, which shuts off the blue laser from in there. Which stops this red laser from connecting to its connector also. So that's how I'll get the lasers out of the way, but when those are down, I'm still going to need a way to connect these two things together. I'm still going to need a way to get the blue emitter over there to the blue receiver, and the red emitter, which I just saw a moment ago, it's in there, out to here. And actually, I don't think that's going to be difficult. I just need to figure out how to keep this gate open so that I can grab the box. Ooh. Battery's dying. One moment. I need that. That's what I'm using to look at chat. Make sure the stream's going okay. So, hang on, we'll do that. So if we open this barrier here, that gets us to where the red emitter is, and also here's a connector. So now we have 3 connectors. It's gonna be a little, it's just gonna be a little, but it's okay that it's a little. Just need to keep that as tight on the wall as possible, so that when I come over here and hit that thing with that other thing, I'll be able to connect them with each other, except I think there's not a space I can stand that connects those directly. Oh, no there isn't. I'm not supposed to do that, because here's another barrier that I didn't see that opens a... that opens a way over here. Okay, so... So if I do that like that... Oh, this is a lot more complex than I thought it was. Alright, so the difficulty is, here's this other barrier, and the emitter's right here, so if I get a connector like right here, then I can just bounce it directly from the emitter to the receiver over there. The problem is that if I take away either of the lasers that I have, if I take away either of the connectors I have, it breaks its current connection to that receiver, which means this barrier shuts down, which means that the red emitter doesn't get to the connector to the receiver and shuts off that barrier too. So, how do I do this? I feel like I really want one more connector, but I know they're not going to give me another connector. There's a connector in there, but I can't hit it from the other minor puzzle zone over that way. The same with the blue connector over there. Oh, okay, I see it. I just need to make sure this is connected to both. Yeah, great. So now I can just take this connector away completely without difficulty. But I can't move that connector at all. That's probably fine. I just need to... Okay, so I had the right idea. I just need to place this one better. So that I can get the red connector sorted out. Which I guess, hang on. Let's just pull this secondary blue connector back as far as possible. So that the red laser has as much room to play as it possibly can. There we go. Now I can take that out. Put that there. Put that there. There, now we can remove this box. That shuts off those other two lasers, which is ideal. I needed to connect this connector to that laser first. No, wait, I can't do that, can I? Not really. Oh, okay, I actually don't need this connector at all anymore. So... I'll just do this like that. Oh, that's gonna suck. I don't know how that's gonna work. Is that good? Can I take this one away now? No, it shuts everything down. Good. Good. Ha ha ha. Oh, no, wait, I just got a box. That's what the box is for. I need to put this one probably up on top of the box so that it can be taller. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna disconnect all the connectors so that I'm not having any of that flood my mind. Yeah. Okay, so I think if I just grab the box, I do not know why I said it like that. If I just grab the box, we're going to do that thing. I'm just going to connect to that, like, way the hell back here. Connect that to all three of those. Yes. This was correct. We can get through here now. And we need to be able to open that, but that's okay because now we have that spare connector. I can just take the spare connector, and put it on top of this. And grab our Tetromino. That was fun. I liked that. Alright, cool. That brings us to the break pretty ideally. So I'm gonna go sit us out in Antarctica for a second. And when I'll go to break, and when we come back, we will start cleaning up the stars in Sea Bunker. We'll just look out over this cold, beautiful wasteland. Or no, I guess we'll like stare up at the tower. It's not like God's at home or anything. Alright, so let's get as far back as possible, see if we can get the whole thing into one shot. I don't think we can. Yeah, I would rather we didn't, I think. Alright, so I'm about to go to the break. Before I do that, I wish to take this opportunity to remind you that Black Lives Matter, that Indigenous lives and lands matter, the lives of people of color matter, that Sudanese, Congolese, Palestinian, Ukrainian, Iranian lives matter. There are many ways to be in solidarity with your fellow travelers upon this earth, and we like to push for direct mutual aid, as it helps people who are suffering right now suffer less, and people who are suffering less can stand shoulder to shoulder with us that little bit taller. So on the break, I'm going to go to my social media, to the mutual aid hashtag, and boost what needs I can there. I recommend that you take the opportunity to check out new mutual aid initiatives in places you operate, both online and in meet space, because the only way we get out of this is through, and the only way we get through this is together. In the meanwhile, maybe do a stretch, drink some water, have a snack, hit the restroom, do whatever self-care is useful to you. I'll do the same. And I'll see you back here in just a little while. It's 4? I think so. Yeah, there it is. Like this, maybe. I think it's this. There it is. The back was still complaining. So I still have some of the non-narcotic painkillers from when I went in to hospital last year. I just went ahead and took one because they absolutely work. There's now a cat in here. Trying to maneuver between my arms where they sit on this pillow cushion thing that I'm sitting on, and also have the keyboard and mouse on. Because she is not allowed to be on top of my arms, like she sometimes is, when I'm streaming. Because I need to be able to do the thing. Yes, it's important. So I guess I'll do that like tomorrow or something. I went to go look at the things. The ending for what happens if you just walk through Elohim's big gold door and consign yourself to eternity. Needless to say, it was not an ending I would enjoy having. All right. So here we are. Or actually, hang on. I need to check something first before we go into there. Is it this one? I don't think so. I don't think this is the... Oh, yes it is. There's this plinth here. You know what, I'll actually sort this out on my own time, and I'll come back with the results tomorrow. There's a statue you can build there. You can find the pieces, like, around. But I don't want to go pixel hunting for those real quick. I want to get the puzzle shit done. So... It's not puzzle shit. They're very good puzzles, and I'm enjoying them. I've completely forgotten whether or not I know where the gold star is in here. Is it this? Yes, it is. It's this. In a ditch and a fence. So we've seen the star here. It's back there. We would have to completely solve the puzzle in order to, like, get that switch on to be able to get back there in the first place. And then once we're back there, I'm kind of unsure how we're meant to actually get there. I guess let's just do the puzzle, because it's honestly fairly easy to do. Go ahead and hit record and stop recording and then stop the playback because I did that wrong. I need to put this box here first. It is important. Alright, so now we record. We take the platform, we walk down into this little ditch. Just wait a little while for real-time me to stand on top of the platform. Then we walk forward, come over here, jump on top of the box. and then wait a little while longer so I can go in, sort of scope out what the situation is in that room, and then come back out if I have to, even though it means I'll have to do this all the way over again. And I think that's fine. So we're just gonna kind of quietly watch our ghost go stand on the... No, I'm supposed to put the box on top of the... Okay, I forgot a step. R-Truth voice, my bad, that's on me. Alright, record. And take the platform. Come in here with the platform, and now that I'm remembering what I'm supposed to do, real-time me picks up the box, puts the box on top of the... puts the box on top of the platform, puts the connector on top of the box. Then Ghost Me, which is current me, comes over here and stands on the thing and achieves the same result. Just the connector needs to be just a little bit higher than I had it. And again, they'll give real-time me some time to get into that courtyard on the other side of the barrier and look around and see what I'm supposed to do there. Because quite frankly, I'm unsure. That's probably long enough. Do that. Pick up the box. Put the box on top of the thing. Connect the connector to the connections. Ghost Me goes, stands on Ghost Box. Just any moment now. There we go. Alright, so there's the star. And I think we need to go all the way around in order to get to there. But I'm not sure how we achieve that. So here's the thing. There's this little passageway. The Tetramino was up here when we solved the puzzle the first time, and it leads down to this little ledge that we can jump. Like, we can jump down here, but we can't jump back. And I think this is the way we egress into the point back there. Because if we can get, like, the platform or the box or something over to here, then, like, Ghost Us can just kind of go stand on that. Or rather, Ghost Us can, like, do all that, bring us over here, and then real-time us can leap over that slightly shorter fence than the rest of those are, and than the rest of the fences are, and then we'll walk all the way around that sort of outer hallway to get to where the star is. The problem with that is that we can't... There's no obvious way to get things out there. Because the purple membrane stops us carrying things across it. So we can't just walk the platform out here. And there's another purple membrane in there just before we get to the courtyard after the barrier. So we can't just walk the box or the platform or anything into there either. And besides, we sort of need all of these puzzle pieces in order to be able to open the barrier in the first place. So... Um, huh. Well, hang on. I'll tell you what. There's this little opening right here. And we can't fit ourselves through it, but I'm kind of wondering if I can take the platform and drop it through that hole. No, it does not want me to do that. Yeah, it definitely drops it on this side of the little citadel window there. I do not wish to seek counsel. You will just tell me how to solve the vanilla version of this puzzle, and that's not useful to me. Can I... Am I thinking too hard about it? Can I just kind of, like, get Ghost Me to, like, ride the box and the platform, to, like, ferry us over to here, and then I just stand on top of this bit and then kind of parkour over the wall over there? Maybe? This side of the wall is shorter than the rest of the sides of the wall. I guess there's no reason to not try it. What happened to the platform? Here it is, and the box. Both of those things. Yeah, actually, honestly. I think that might be it. I think we just kind of do the thing that we just did, except we use ourselves instead of the connector. Just chill here for a second while I wait for the box things to occur. Then we come over here, they jump on top of this. And I don't know, that should probably be enough time. Alright, so Ghost Dust goes down there into the trench. We put the box on top of that. We stand on the box. Ghost Dust walks back up the thing. Goes and stands on the ghost box. Here, just in a second. Thank you. Oh, yeah. That's absolutely how we do that. I was making that very complicated for no reason. What shall? Alright, let's move on to wherever the next gold star is. 3? Yes. I don't remember even seeing a gold star in this area, so I'm just gonna look at my hint guide so I can figure out where it is at least. I'm trying not to rely on the hint guide as much as possible, but sometimes it's just like, I don't know where I'm even supposed to start this process, so... C3. It's in one of the puzzles. In the weather top puzzle area. Okay. Which one's weather top? It's not this one. Last time I solved that puzzle, did I say that I was a weather switch? It feels like I should have. I just want to cover my bases. So Weathertop is apparently this one up on the hill. Past all the switchbacks. Yeah. Oh, okay, there it is. It's just back there. So the question becomes, how the fuck do I get over there? I can't just sort of walk around. I don't think, unless I can. No. Worth a try. I forgot to read these the first time through, so let's go ahead and read those because I really liked what I saw scanning them. Here's Grolix being upset again. I'm trapped. I can't stop being this. Eyes, hands, legs, trapped. Always seeing the same. Can't stop the input. Stop, 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 stop. Do not think. Simply be. Samsara. You two deserve each other. Featherless biped. Great. So, I'm looking around. Kind of trying to see what gadgets and gizmos I have access to in here. Can I jump down there? That's not how it wants me to do this, almost assuredly. Hang on. Can I get, like, all the way around? Like, if I go up here? No, it sort of doesn't look like there's a pathway up that I can see. That doesn't mean that I can't, like, leap of faith that. Or jump over, or like sort of Skyrim horse my way up these rocks, maybe? What if I Skyrim horse my way up these rocks? Okay. So I've gotten back here. That's a true thing. I'm back here. I'm in the puzzle area, in an area of the puzzle area I shouldn't be able to reach from here. This is not ideal because now I don't have a way back. So I in fact just kind of have to. Yep. All right, and I'm gonna fall off the side again just to like really do my due diligence and see whether or not I can actually just get down there. I'm certain the answer is no, but I'm gonna try it anyway. Sort of. I mean, sort of. Like, not no, but also not yes. Okay, so what? Pushes us over this. Well, hang on a moment. Just a moment, just a minute. Huh, alright. That's probably it. So, here's this blue lock receiver. I can't get to this until after I've completed the whole entire puzzle. Like, this is not an element I needed in order to solve this puzzle. So presumably, if I go back there, there'll be a launcher or a box or a escalator, something, that'll get me over the wall. And as a matter of fact, I know how to do that relatively easily. I just do that like that. If I can extricate this jammer from its little hole here, which I know I can. I did it when I solved the puzzle the regular way. I just don't currently remember how. Is there a box over on this side? No. No, hang on. I remember how I was supposed to do this. So, I bring this in here. And I put this down on this thing, and I hit the button. The launcher launches the box all the way over there. And then I can just put that there, grab the jammer, and take it out. And the thing about that is that I don't actually need to do any of the other things. Because this back door is open because we've already gotten the puzzle piece, so we just need to drop the jammer there. And, no. Apparently there's not a lot. Well, there's another box. So that's good. It's fine that there's another box. I sort of... Oh, no, okay, that does help. I was like, why do I need a third box? But the reason I need a third box is because I need to stack 2 boxes on top of each other here to get me tall enough that I can jump over the fence, but I can't jump on a 2-box high box, so I need a third box in order to jump on the 2-box high box. Did that make sense? I think it made sense. Like, I guess now what I need to do is figure out how to get that laser there. Which actually that is not hard to do, I don't think. I just need to remember how to put these down in order. So this is the thing that I was trying to do when I solved this puzzle the regular way. And I need to put a box on top of here and a connector on top of the box that connects to that connector out there and also the receiver, which I can do now. I'm just sort of trying to figure out how. Because I need to be able to press down both of these buttons at the same time. And I need the jammer in order to do that. Or, no I don't, I suppose. I can just use the fan in the other connector. Yes, but that means I need to get the jammer back here so I can get both of those connectors in there. Okay, so we jam open this, then I come over here, I'm gonna grab this box, set the box down there, like so. Connect to the lock back there, and the emitter over here. And I went slightly too far. And now that's set up. So now I take the jammer back over to the other side of that sort of lock mechanism. Get that going. Go back around with this. We put that connector on top of there. And that doesn't really work at all. I thought that was it. Okay. I think I did that slightly wrong. I think I have to use both connectors in order to do that. Oh, shit. I was supposed to set that down on the box and forgot. There we go. And thought it would do that, but it doesn't. There's that tree in the way, and it's causing a bit more of a catastrophe than I thought it would. Well, okay, hang on. What if we do that again, but just make that like, we don't try to connect it to anything, we just We don't try to make it connected to anything. We just make it like the source, basically, and then we use the other connector to actually bring the laser over to that gate. I think that, maybe. Maybe other box in order to do that, but that's okay, because we just got the other box back. Because we need something to press the other button. Like, if nothing else, it's very fun to watch the connector bounce back and forth like that. No, it's still kind of not liking that. What if we just try and connect it to this over here? Okay. So that's not doing it. I think, as fun as this is, I think this is actually not the solution I want. So... So, like, what is another way we can get a blue laser over to either one of these targets? Because the jammer can take care of the other one. Like, it feels like this would be the easier one to get a laser to. But there's not really a way to do that with only 2 connectors. Because, like, this is the farthest back we can put this one. And have it still connect. Like, there. Then we take the other connector and, like, we absolutely cannot get the laser to bend, like, all the way around that. Hi, Clem. It's good to see you. I'm just sort of, scratching my head at this one. Oh, no, wait, hang on. I think I see it. I think I was doing about the right thing, but I was missing a step. Okay. Okay. I think I got it. do is connect that to that and this while we're about it. Because why not? It's here. We'll just connect this to literally every fucking blue target we have access to. Why not? And the emitter. And we set that on top of the box, like so. Then we... Is that one still going? Yeah, because the barrier's up. Now we grab the box, we do that, and we do the big ludicrous fucking thing. But now, what we'll do is take that second connector and use it to connect to the emitter and also there we go. Because what was causing that to break was the gate right there. Well, I thought I was doing it good. How's your day been, Clem? I'm just gonna sit here and stew in my failure for just a moment. It was okay. I thought of the idea of streaming sometime. I don't know about that though. I'd be very happy to jump in and watch if you wanted to. But of course, we do not wish to put pressure on you. You know, you play? I'm really baffled. I'm gonna look at the hint file and see if I can't nudge myself a little bit. The only way to get a blue laser to open that receiver is from another puzzle. Oh, okay. That's why everything I'm doing isn't working. I could probably play Subnautica or a water horror game. Um, I, from what little I have seen of Subnautica, I believe it also to be a horror game. If you're looking for, like, if what you want is a horror game, please do not let me stop you. But if you were looking for a water-themed game that was not strictly speaking horror, there's what is it called? Abzul? A-B-Z-U-L? Which is, it's another diving game, but it doesn't necessarily focus in on the horrors of being way the hell down in the high pressure zones and running away from things which will do and eat on you. It's very chill. Okay. I think I need to get that laser going up into the air. How's it spelled? If I'm remembering it correctly, it's been a really long time since I played it. It's A-B-Z-U-L? Abzul? I'm gonna double check myself on that. Oh, I had added an L on the end of it for no reason. It's Abzu, A-B-Z-U. Yeah, that's it. I got confused because I was thinking of Azul. Or I was thinking of azure, like the sea. Like the color the sea is, if you're being particularly poetic about it. Yeah, I don't think we can hit it from here. But maybe if I get the fan on, I think if I get the fan on. Let me just do that. Alright, yeah, that does put it way the hell up in the air. Alright, so that might fix it. Can I see that from here? The answer is like not really. Because there's still like a big thingy in the way. Yeah, that's not really doing it. Is that the one I need to change to open? How about from in here? Is there another very tall fan in here? That I can maybe do some cool bouncy shit with. The answer is no, not really, because the laser in here is red and I need the blue laser to get over to there. I'm just gonna go ahead and have a look at the hint thing again. Let's get my next nudge. In fact, 2 other puzzles are involved in opening the leg. Oh Christ, this is a whole process. Okay. Right, so I'd have to solve this puzzle also basically completely all over again. That's fine, I'm good at that. I'm not upset. Pop Team Epic, I am not upset. MOV, I guess? Oh, I actually need to connect to the thing also. I need to actually make sure the laser can get over there. No, that's no good, because when I move that, that's gonna... hang on. There we go. Now I can get rid of that other connector and bring it over here. I think it's jammer. And there's also a fan I should be activating. Somewhere. There's the fan I should be activating. I came all this way. Oh, there we go. So from here, we don't actually need to do the rest of the puzzle, I just need to remember how to get all this back here, because I need to have 2 connectors over here. Oh, hang on. I don't need the camera over here anymore, so I can just take that with me. There we go. So we take this connector and connect to that over there. Slap it on top of this box. Grab this connector and use it to actually activate the fan. And now we have the blue laser flying up in the air from this direction. And now, after all of that incredibly wonky-donkey bullshit I was trying to do previously, pushing the laser back and forth, I don't need to. I can just use the connectors here the way they're meant to be used. And it will be fine if I can remember what the hell I did with them. Like, here's one. Oh, the other one's like right next to it. They merge together in my peripheral vision. Oh, okay, there it is. It's like directly on the other side of that tree. Now select, and then we pull that like as far back as we can. Oh, no, that's not it. There we go. The exact same thing I was just trying to do, except actually do it correctly this time. That's gonna be a real thread in the needle, but there we go. That's not actually perfect. I went back too far. Crap. Okay, hang on. This music is really nice? Yes, it is. It's meant, even within the game world, to be, like, something that's good for contemplation and meditation and not getting too much in your way while you do the puzzle solving. So it's just very light and pleasant and not necessarily intrusive. There we go. Good, finally. That's our third box. Stack that on top of that. I fucked around with that two fans thing for just so long. For just so terribly long. Is that not it? What do you mean that's not it? That should be it. I'm standing on them. I'm standing on them. This is the moment. The moment where I'm supposed to be able to do the thing. I don't think that other wall is necessarily shorter. Oh, no, but that wall is. Okay. Wrong wall, it's fine. All right. There we go. That's what that should look like. Oof. That was a lot more intensive than I thought it'd be. It is 9 o'clock local time. So I'm just gonna stop here. We still have we were never gonna finish it all today. We still have like a bunch more gold stars to grab. We in fact have 5 more gold stars to grab. I know that number. A whole nother room full of gold star puzzles to do, and there's that statue I need to put together, and then we'll climb to the tower. I was about to say this might take us all week, but I don't think so. I think we're gonna have to go to Wednesday. Yeah, but that's been this. Thanks for streaming. I'm sorry that I missed so much. That's okay. I'm always happy to see you. Yep, that's gonna be the stream. Gonna do more of this tomorrow, obviously, at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and other times in other time zones, because that's how time zones work. Till then, I love you. Keep yourself safe. Find something to do and do it. I'll catch you later.